Hey guys, group long way back. I'm Aaron.
I'm Melanie.
And we are back with Supergirl.
Finally.
Yeah, there's been a break, and then it came back, and then there's a break, and then it came back, and there was another break.
CW is killing me. Just saying.
Yeah, so anyway, and it's been hard to kind of keep track of when things are coming back and when they're gone and what's going on, and it's hard enough with our schedule. But anyway.
This is season 4.
Supergirl, last time.
13.
We had some hair gel in prison.
Hair gel in prison, yeah. Aaron's man, all did up, looking fine in prison.
But now he can look fine out of prison because they released him.
Stupid.
Good old Presidente of the United States.
He's doing amazing.
What the accent said. Sam Witwer, Ben Lockwood is now out. Besides that,
we had Manchester Black show back up at the end.
Did he show up? No, he didn't. He sent
a letter.
Menage a trois.
Menage a trois.
Right?
Menagerie?
Yeah. They sent her a letter or something. Yeah,
but his existence has been reconfirmed that he's still in the series.
So there may be something with that. And Lena and James broke up.
Yeah, that's not real.
Which is the subject of our poll. We asked, do you believe what's going on with Lena? Because we had some weird messages and stuff. Do you believe it's sincere, or do you believe there's something more sinister behind the curtain going on? Right? 26% said it is a sincere breakup. She doesn't believe it's going to work. While 73% said it's something much more.
See, everyone is on my side.
Not everyone. It was like
everyone.
It was like 3/4.
The majority of people.
Thomas says definitely something sinister, but maybe it's not of her own accord. I think someone may be blackmailing her to share her research, or they'll kill James. That would tie in nicely with how she protected him from being charged earlier this season.
I was all cool with that until they said, until they kill James.
Well, Stargazer said, it seemed to me at first like she felt like she was being pressured or blackmailed into contracting with the government, and that's why she wanted to run away to Paris, away from the U.S. government. But then she seemed to take a hard left turn and decided to break up with him and agree, which is confusing, unless she thought that was a better way to protect him than running away. Jirugaloo says, seems like Lena just being Lena, but with even more jumping to conclusions and sabotaging her relationship.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, G says she looked worried checking her phone before meeting about the government contract and before breaking up with James. It's dangerous working on something that desirable.
This is very true.
Dobby says, I think she is sincere in looking at what the right thing is, and because most expect the worst from her as a Luthor, she became incredibly touchy about anyone questioning the moral of her actions.
Yeah. I don't know. I still don't think that she thinks this is right.
Maybe not.
She specifically said, I do not want to weaponize this, right?
I thought so. I thought
something along those lines, maybe.
The thing that was weird is that she was with the government. The government was like, oh, we want this for this. She's like, I don't want to do that. And then afterwards, she was talking with James about, oh, man, the government wants to do this. He's like, well, you shouldn't do that. She goes, well, don't you tell me what to do. Yeah. We're done.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what? So it was sounded like a wild thing to say.
You work in the prison. Your name's Danny.
What did you say?
You like surprises, Danny?
Oh,
Hey.
it's a knife.
Who is this?
Did he turn the coins into a knife? Is that what happened?
Do you like surprise? Maybe.
I mean, he would have seen that knife otherwise, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Let me guess. This is your 6th
It's a nice dress.
on Lockless since he got out of prison. That address is to an L Corp subsidiary.
I know you said that my source for that last article was wrong, but you think it's worth taking a second look?
Oh man.
Oh, this
He
is
covered, now it's gonna go. Oh.
Subtlety.
Bleh.
Case in point.
Considering where we're going.
Don't hassle me, I'm local. Are they going to the Fortress of Solitude?
Welcome to the Fortress of Solitude.
They are.
Holy crap! Look how beautiful. I thought it got destroyed in the last battle that they were here.
Nah.
It sure beats the hell out of
You think I'm good deep down, eh? Well, it's a bad time to be a good man. Take you, for instance. If you want to be a bloody promise,
Oh, shoot.
can solve all the world's problems. You just need motivation.
This guy has a magic hat. He's like a magician.
This is Hat. We go way back.
Hello.
This is hat.
We'll have to do it the hard way.
I love the hair. That's insane.
All out of guns.
Whoa. This is why I liked him.
Okay, so he's keeping it clean.
He's not killing anybody. He's just using it to block.
Ah, never mind.
Who's Clockwork Orange?
What's the line? No man is a failure.
Who has friends?
Menagerie. Right?
I thought we captured you.
Oh no!
That was a different moron. They all look alike to you.
Oh, there she
They
is.
all look alike to you.
There you are.
Jeez. They just.
I'm gonna find them.
Not without me.
Okay, we got like a little.
That's pretty cool.
We got a little team. Little bad guy team. We got a little team building, kinda.
Yeah.
Is she using her dream powers to know where he's punching?
Anticipatory dreams.
I mean, she has to.
I have differential calculus.
Like and subscribe.
Eh.
I'll check. Pre-turning technologies first.
Alex, it's not personal. I promise.
Okay. So she plans on giving the government powered people, but not the process of doing said thing.
So in her way, she's protecting.
Wow. Hey, welcome to DC.
This is the era of the elite.
The elite.
Now, and with the world where it is today, and with the elite being out there, I want you to deputize the Children of Liberty.
Ooh, that's a big stretch.
I like your show, son. Being a manhunter was part of my nature.
Are you considering picking back up the sword?
Yes.
I made a personal vow. I wouldn't take that lightly.
Oh, do it again.
If you choose.
But there are still risks to divulging this type of information.
Well, Supergirl said anything I need, didn't she?
Ooh, she's
Those
playing
were her
a
orders.
little dirty.
Tell me about everything I can do.
Naltor?
Yeah,
Her
her.
name's Nia Nal from Naltor.
Yeah.
Could you use the door?
Could have just used the door.
If you could stop killing people.
Love his hair. It's like straight from the
No
cartoons.
tricks.
I have it on good authority.
Hat kidnaps secret agent types, learns what they're up to. That's why we formed this band of merry men. Sorry, merry people.
Why should I wait?
Talk to your mate. Baker.
General, move the Claymore launch up to tomorrow night. And double the guard at Devil's Tower.
Put Supergirl in an awkward position.
Yep.
Trying to do good, but what she believes is wrong. Oh! Oh, that guy was. Oh, I didn't know he was gonna be there.
No bad astral projection.
Bad astro protection.
Oh! Jeez! Astral projectors could shoot stuff and destroy it.
Leaping before one looks is part of the job description.
Backfired.
Yes, but next time, you shall fire forward.
They're always drinking wine.
Oh.
Supergirl?
Oh.
I know you made house calls.
Idiot moved the launch up to tomorrow. Base is in Wyoming. Devil's Tower.
Jeez.
So they were waiting to just know where it is.
Yeah. But dang.
Whoa!
OP.
You're still outnumbered.
Count again.
Who's this then?
You have the elite.
I have super friends.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, man, he put a time coming out. You better take cover. Whoa.
Marjorie is so strong.
They're all pretty strong.
Yeah.
What the? What is this Mary Poppins wannabe? Oh! Hey, she fired forward.
He was on your side.
Alex came!
Is she solo?
I did not expect her to come.
No, not at all.
Oh. Who's better fighting? They're both good fighters. Oh, I love when they do that stuff. Oh, because she knew where he was going to be, huh?
And your dreams.
Oh, no.
What did you do?
It's my own target. 1600 pen. The White House. Your government on fire, hoisted by its own petard. As soon as it reaches orbit, it will fire.
Ooh, the suit! She can breathe his face this way. Oh, man, that's so good.
Of course she had it in her pocket.
Want to make me the happiest man on earth.
Her Manchester gonna fight in space? Not space, but oh my
I
gosh!
was gonna say, how is he shooting?
It's like a Boba Fett kind of thing.
John? Okay.
Aw, this evens them out a bit, I think, though.
Oh, but where's it gonna land? In the water?
Okay. Reflecting pool.
I'm not saying that you can just show up whenever you want, but, you know, occasionally, from time to time, maybe, yeah, we could gas the way we used to. Something like that. Good. That I can trust. Come back tomorrow and we'll give you the real tour.
I want to button my belt.
I know.
Oh no, he's gonna deputize him?
Glad you made the second trip. I can deputize one.
Him.
How would you like to be my next director of alien affairs?
I hate your boy. Hate your boy.
We could use a man like you. The Children of Liberty need a leader who inspires them. Someone strong and powerful.
Oh.
Let's proceed.
I love him. I love that episode. I thought it was great.
Oh, I loved the episode, but I'm so pissed at your boy.
Well, the thing I love the most is that we have like, number one, I feel like we have like compelling villains that I can understand their motives and why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
But they've weaved from like what they've been from the first episode of the season with, you know, what Manchester was to what he is now.
Mm-hmm.
I understand him. I really like him. Children of Liberty, who was, you know, they basically birthed Manchester because of what they did. But
Yeah.
I love Lockwood, you know, getting a full episode to see his backstory and seeing where he's gone. I actually like having this human who's against aliens and all this kind of stuff that's going on. Then you have the president, who, like, what is he doing and how's that working? The only question I have is what's going on with the other Supergirl, you know?
Oh yeah, we haven't covered that.
Yeah,
We didn't touch
over
that
there.
at all.
That's way over there. Like, maybe that's next season. I don't know. But this human threat, like it's this episode, besides being about, you know, there's a team of villains, which is cool to begin with, was about two choices, and neither choice is what Supergirl believes is the right choice. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and her huge predicament. Like, what on earth am I supposed to do? If I decide on one thing, I'm aligning myself with the bad guy. No matter what, there's no good choice.
Yeah. So you do you align with the elite and the pro-alien side? Do you align with the Children of Liberty
Well, not
and
only
the anti-alien side? Do you... Like, all she wants to do is protect the United States, you know, and the world.
But she would align herself with the elite. She would have no issue aligning herself with the elite if they weren't these murderous buttheads, you know? Like, if there was the old Manchester, she'd have no issues.
If they didn't kill.
Like, there'd be no problems, but no. They've crossed that line, and now she cannot align herself with them. And then, like, she couldn't keep the clear wall, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Why do you keep calling it Clear Wall?
That's what the code name was, Project Clearwall.
Claymore.
Oh. I just thought it was hilarious. They spent $2 billion to build this wall. At least one president was able to get. Sorry.
It would be funny if it was like a clear wall, like you can't see it, it just keeps things out, I guess. But no, I'm quite certain it was called Claymore.
That made more sense. Towards the end, when she kept calling it a Claymore, I was like, oh.
I was like, why do you keep saying clear wall? Because you said it like twice during the reaction. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, no, I don't know. There's the president acting on his own. Like, maybe we may see a different side from
Haley.
From Haley.
Yeah.
You know, being left out of the loop, maybe feeling a little bit more like Alex has been feeling. I mean, we have heard from her the kind of anti-alien side of things. The thing I hate the most is that you have the president who seems to be anti-alien.
Like an extremist.
You have Haley leading the DEO, which is supposed to be there for the world and stuff like that, who seems to be anti-alien.
But she's not as extreme as the president, so she's like a step down.
And then you have the new director of alien affairs,
which is an extremist.
Ben Lockwood, who's anti-alien. It's like, well, you need to put someone in there who's not pro-alien, but's not anti-alien, you know?
I love how CW does this.
They need to be somewhere in the middle of there, and you have all these people in power of, like, you know, aliens, and, you know, when should they be arrested, or when should, you know, whether, and they're all people who don't like aliens.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just...
It's like every season, in some way, CW seems to stick on the lines with satire.
What do you mean?
Like, they relate it to current events.
Again, what do you mean?
Well,
like, what are you referring to?
Like, our current president is anti-alien.
Okay, you're talking
He's
about, like,
building a wall.
Immigration and all that kind of stuff going on. And, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Getting rid of all the aliens. Trying to keep them all out, trying to destroy things so then they can't come through.
Gotcha.
So it seems like every season, CW finds a way to make this a satire. It just cracks me up. It's like the writers, like, try to secretly throw it in. It's happened in previous seasons, too, and it's made me giggle.
I've seen things before where it's like, okay, this is a little much, or I definitely get this.
The anti-gun law that the DEO addressed in the previous season, or the season before that, I forget, was a current event. Mm-hmm. So I like how CW just kind of does it, but in their own way, to kind of keep it secret, so then the people that are up to date with it notice it, but it's not, like, offensive. So it just makes me giggle.
I loved Jean and, like, his kind of turmoil that he has of, like, you know, I wanted to honor my father. I took an oath that I wasn't going to be fighting and stuff. Mm-hmm. And kind of the talk he had about Manchester Black and how, like, is he, like, a mirror of him? You know, you had Manchester who lost his family and taking his anger out viciously towards the people that he views as the reason his family's gone, right? And then you have, you know, Jean, who lost his family tragically as well.
Yes, very.
But, like, I shouldn't take that stance, right? I should, like, let's go like my father and be peaceful, and I want to go that way. Like, I love how he's kind of comparing the two and what they've gone through and how they're kind of
they've
mirrors to
actually
each other.
Went through the same story, because the white Martians were getting rid of the green Martians in his case, and then in this case the humans are getting rid of the aliens. Mm-hmm. So you're right, it is a very parallel story, and the relation's great there, but
Like, how easy could John be Manchester?
Well,
or vice versa.
And we saw it towards the end.
Yeah.
Because John Jones is like, you were asking for a death wish. And he was going to kill him.
I don't think he was going to kill him there. Not when he punched him there. But the reason he keeps coming to him is he wants to die, is what he was saying. But which, I mean, it can kind of make sense, because you can also, you know, if he lost his, I mean, his family was just his fiance or whatever, right? But where Jean lost his girls and wife and, you know, whatever else. But I don't know, like, you know, if you get some, you know, a lot of people get to the point where, like, they lose their loved ones and they're like, you know, survivor's guilt, and why am I here? It's like, well, I'm gonna push my agenda, but if I die in the process, that's fine. I don't want to be here anyway, you know? So, could Manchester Black be doing that, where he does want to die because he feels like he has nothing to live for, but how much does he want to push his own agenda?
Yeah, he's kind of dying with a purpose.
Yeah, I like the ties they have with John and Manchester, and it's neat not having a villain, you know, it's just, well, we're going to turn this to Krypton, or, you know, I don't like you guys and we're going to kill y'all, or, you know, and the thing that's nice is, like, these are human villains we have. We don't have the Daxamite, we don't have a Kryptonian, we don't have these alien races that are the bad guys. We have humanity that's bad, you know? Like, Supergirl's...
You mean with Liberty? Or?
With all of it. Supergirl's fighting humanity. Like, her main villains are Manchester Black, Ben Lockwood, possibly the President. It's not aliens that she's fighting, really. It's
except for the Mirai and Menagerie.
Well, yeah, sure, yeah, but like, I wouldn't call those season villains. You know, like, I feel like they're here to be.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like, the first season was her aunt, right, and uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Kryptonians. So you have that even thing, that even playing field.
And then Daxamites.
You had the Daxamites and stuff that she was fighting because of Mon-El and all that kind of stuff. You had...
White Martians.
What was season 3? Was her main villain? It wasn't White Martian was the main villain, right?
No, it wasn't a main villain, but it was recurring.
But, you know, I don't know. We've had, you know, villains of, like, Cyborg Superman and stuff like that. Like, these powered individuals and stuff.
Yeah, 3 was Argo.
Huh?
Argo.
The up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Rain. It was Rain.
Rain.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You know,
which was an alien villain.
You know what I mean? Like, this season is just very different and much more, you know, you can relate to these individuals and what they're feeling. And are they going too far? Probably. But you can also understand it. And what should Supergirl do with that? Should she... I mean, she doesn't typically kill villains anyway. So should she... I mean, how do you kill... You can't kill Agent Liberty, because then you're strengthening the Children of Liberty.
Yep.
And it's an ideal you're fighting. Whereas she's an ideal of hope. Now she's fighting this ideal of anti-alien and stuff. So
yeah, and even Manchester's getting the idea that she is the ideal of what she is, and Manchester's wanting that.
Yeah,
and
so it's just...
They're both using Supergirl for against Supergirl.
So I really enjoyed that this season, of just how it's kind of playing about all that.
Yeah. Another thing I've been really enjoying is the formation of Team Elite. The Elite has now developed.
Yeah.
So we had the Elite versus the Super Friends.
What do you think of them? What do you think of Hat?
I think that's his name in the cartoon. I don't know. I don't remember them, but I love the purple hair on Manchester. Elite? Yeah.
Okay.
It was in one off episode.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A Superman or Justice League. I don't know.
Okay.
On the DC Universe app.
All right. Gotcha.
One of those shows. But no, that's why, like, at first I did not recognize Manchester, because he's like this really scrawny white guy with purple hair and the London shirt. Yeah,
in the cartoon, he's a white guy with purple hair, and it's like a really bright, right, like British flag shirt, right? Yeah. Like, it's like bright, like he has it there, but it's a little darker, you know.
But he still has the trench coat and everything. But yeah, his
do they have
suit looks
Menagerie
awesome.
and like those people there, or is it a different group?
I think it's Menagerie. I don't know. It's some crazy looking woman that loves jewels and
she have a snake. I don't know Menagerie, so I don't know Hat Man, Mariah. I mean, I know them from the episodes a couple episodes ago when they were assassins created by the DEO and all that kind of stuff to kill.
Yeah, I just know them from this show. I just remember the Elite. So I don't remember too much about them. I remember that there's a creepy looking woman and dudes and Manchester Black, which was a recurring person.
I mean, my main question is hat and how he works and what, like, why does he get to teleport? Is it because of his hat? Because it didn't seem to be because of his hat. But, like, one time he lifted his hat and they all went, and I thought they, like, went into his hat and went somewhere. But then one time he had his hat off and I thought he just teleported without it.
I'm thinking it's the DC's equivalent of
Mary
Cloak.
Poppins. Oh, Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought he was like the DC version of Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I can see that.
Instead of flying on an umbrella, he just teleports. He reaches into his bag of hats and pulls out whatever he wants. And I don't know. So whenever it first showed him, they dropped money down there. I thought he reached in and turned those coins into some kind of weird dagger or something. I'm like, what? Because if you went over to a hat and threw money in it, you would see a knife in it. You know what I mean?
Well,
so like, it couldn't have been there. So.
I didn't quite understand it either at first. I was like, what's going on?
I didn't know what happened. And then later
I saw
on,
the hat. I was like, is it touch? Oh, shoot.
Well, and then later on when he was in there, I didn't notice the guard until, like, he took off his hat and pulled a giant gun out of it.
I know. I was like, Aaron, look! Because you were busy writing.
I was writing, I don't know what it was. You're Only Human, maybe? I don't know what it was. Something.
Yeah, I have that written down, too.
I was writing down something. I forget what it was. But no, I was like, well, wait, what? What's going on here?
I don't know. It was just this huge thing coming out of his hat. It was glowing. I'm like, oh, crap.
But with him, I love, and kind of to talk about it a little bit too, I loved his fight with Brainy and Nia, where you have, you have Nia, who is, you know, I guess her combat thing that she has here is that she's like seeing the future, right, in her dreams, and that's why she was blocking Brainy without seeing it. So this guy who can teleport, she knows where he's gonna be, and then Brainy,
your dreams,
and then you have Brainy on the other side of that, who's like mathematically the odds of him being here is most likely, you know, like it's 80% he'll be here, the
probability,
the other 20% is anywhere else, so most likely he's gonna be there. So
and your calculus.
Yeah, so I loved like that fight there, and the training of Nia is interesting because before I was like, well, what are you gonna do with a girl who has to like go to sleep to be able to have her power work, you know?
Exactly.
But if she can actively use it in the now, I mean, yeah, it's like a premonition of what's gonna happen. You can just see the future real quick. So she kind of did that, I guess, before, but it always seemed to be, you know, minutes ahead or something.
That
you know?
She didn't understand it yet, or understand that she had the power.
Yeah. So it's very interesting. I'm excited to see where that goes.
What sucks about that fight, Brainy lost his ring.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna play out into the story, but I did love Manchester, like Boba Fett in it, like flying through the air, like shooting his guns and stuff. That was fun.
That was awesome.
So,
I loved that.
I like that. I kind of enjoyed the little robot feud thing going on between Brainy and
Calex.
Yeah, I think that's what it was called, right? He called it Kleenex. Calex. I thought that was kind of fun too. I like that. Well, Alex.
I am so happy that Kara still feels comfortable enough to show up at her door as Supergirl.
Well, yeah, I guess she just didn't know where to go and really needed to know Alex and stuff like that. But, I mean, besides having that where, like, she was willing to let her in and speak with her, and then she showed up to help. I love that she showed up to help.
No, out of nowhere. I did not expect that.
I didn't think it was going to happen either. I was like, okay, well, we had a little moment with her there in her apartment. That's good. I feel like at least then it's connecting them together a bit, even though she's not the DEO anymore. And then she showed up and fought, and I'm like, oh, good, because Manchester fights so well. I love, like, his little fights. Like, his little sword fight that he had in that hallway was fun. But then Alex fights so well, too, usually. So I love seeing them battle it out. But no, then you had the in the truck moment. And I was like, okay, good. If we can get Alex and Supergirl to have a decent relationship and Alex and Kara to have a decent relationship, that'd be good. However, the thing I'd be worried about is that Alex and Kara's relationship suffers, but Alex and Supergirl kind of
flourishes.
Better, you know, like
I don't know. I'm loving this that she's good friends with Kara. She's gonna be good friends with Supergirl, and she's also good friends with Lena, and she's helping with this project. Yeah. So I'm hoping that the four of them, Supergirl, Kara, Lena, and Alex,
I know you mean,
all get together and like they're going to triumph over the situation here. with whatever Lena's developing.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes. I'm glad that Lena kind of has this method right now where she's like, well, you're not getting the processes. I promise product. So the government is going to get this. Because the government's already doing this other stuff.
Yeah.
And she doesn't trust the government. So I'm glad she's going that route. And then Alex is going in that boat where she's like, I'm not trusting the government either.
That
I'm wondering
button on her belt, man.
Yeah, I need that. I wonder if Haley might go. I'm really curious if Haley could go the way of, like, I'm supposed to be in charge of the DEO and the president is just doing things and undermining what we are supposed to be doing. You know, let's do what we need to do.
Because it's not even that Haley is anti-alien. Haley is more, these are the laws that we have to abide to. And I strictly stick to what I'm told.
I don't know. There was, I mean, it's been so long because there's so many breaks and stuff, but I felt like 5 episodes ago, something like that. Like, she had some kind of lingo that she used where it really felt she wasn't too pro-alien.
Where she got knocked out, that episode?
No, before that.
Oh.
It was like Supergirl was still part of the DEO, I think. Like, it's been a while.
Gotcha.
So, I can't remember exactly what it was.
See, I didn't think it was so much that she was against aliens. It felt more like she was against Supergirl. And Supergirl with the potential going rogue.
I mean, I know she wanted, like, Supergirl to be handled, right? She wanted to control her, and she was a tool, you know what I mean? I don't know if I wrote it down or not.
Yeah, because would that be before crossover even?
I don't even know exactly where it would have been.
I know.
I don't remember what episode it was.
It's been a very...
Things jump around a lot.
Yeah, almost confusing.
Because of the breaks and stuff. I try to keep as many notes as I can, but no. Yeah, I don't know. But Alex, I guess. I don't know. I'm just hoping things worked out well because it was a poll we had a while back too. Was like, how is this gonna play out with Alex and Kara and Supergirl? She's gonna be pro Supergirl, anti Supergirl. So she doesn't seem to be anti Supergirl. She seems to be leaning a little bit more towards the pro side with the, I know we aren't supposed to be seeing each other, but maybe every once in a while we can. And what was it? Supergirl said, like, get together and kick ass like we used to. So that could be good.
Yeah, I love that.
I don't know, it was interesting. I loved Lena's line of it, but Alex and the knowledge she has about science. I don't know that we've seen that side of her too much.
Who, Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah, they really kind of just glaze over it a lot.
Well, I mean, they had it here, and they had Lena be like, your talents are so wasted. So I don't know if that could be like, hey, if we ever split away from the DEO, if the DEO gets dissolved, we have Alex, who... Sure, she can fight, but she also knows science and can help with that. And teamed up with Brainy, they can do some good stuff as well, And then you have Supergirl and John. You could have your own little team with Alex being a very important part of it.
Yeah, because she's extremely intelligent and has good fighting skills. Because she's biomechanical engineering with a medical degree.
I don't remember. Something with medical. But,
something like that.
Maybe also you could just say, hey, if, remember this, because later on in episode, 20... something's going to happen and Alex is going to be able to understand it because that's how she is. She can understand it. And she's using her, as Lena called it, manager talents. Like she's being a manager of the DEO basically is what she is wasted on her. So, and then the only other thing I had was that the Mirai, there was a scene whenever it was like sneaking into where it launched the satellite, right? And I was like, how weird does it have to be? Because, like, the camera is just following, like, the view, right?
Yeah.
But you never see attacks or anything. And you just have this one guy who's just there, and he goes, huh? Oh! He, like, slams his head. Like, I just imagine, like, it's so weird. Like, you gotta be like this, and you go, like, you gotta slam yourself to the ground. And I'm like... all right. And then the other guy, I love that guy because that guy did a good performance of like nothing grabs him. He just slams his head down on the ground.
Yeah, he did really good. I had no thoughts about it. But the next guy.
And the next guy was kind of like this. And I'm like,
his face.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, you can tell he has no idea what's going on.
So I just thought that was kind of funny.
But then it was that funny part. And then you see this typing that's going so well. And I'm like, how does he type? Because he only has like 3 fingers and his hand's shaped like this.
The thing that's weird is that...
I'm like, what's going on?
The weird thing about that I saw was that when he's typing, whenever I type and have to put in commands of any type to a keyboard, I have to select one key at a time to put in what I want. But that would be like 4 keys going down and then another 3 keys over here and then 2 more keys over here. It was like, what are these key commands he's doing? They weren't Control A or nothing. It was just like C, V, F, Z, A, 1, 2. I don't know. It was just weird. So, but it was neat. I love the effect that they had of it. It was just like these keys just coming down.
Going down, yeah.
But no,
it was
just
really cool.
Just that first guy. Whenever I saw him, he was like, like it was just done so well. I really like that. I was just imagining having to act that part out of like, all right, here comes the camera. Ready? Slam your head down. Bam. All right, good job. Next guy. So.
That scene stuck out in my head for so many reasons. It was so good. I loved it. Even though there was 2 people in that scene, and that was it.
There's only 2 guys in there. I don't know.
And nothing happened to them.
all the other soldiers, John told to run away. Those 2 guys were like, no, it's okay. We'll sit here at our desks. They weren't defending it. They weren't typing. I don't even know if there was anything on their desk. They were just there, and then be like, huh?
Watching everything.
Are we being attacked? I don't know what's going on there. But we got to see a guy slam his head into a desk for no reason, so it's a good time.
I loved it. It was great.
All right. You have anything else?
Other than my favorite line of the episode, Kara forgot about lunch, but it's okay. She's only human.
You're only human. Yeah. That part hit, he's like, she's only human. But she has a lot in her mind. I don't know. But yeah, I'm hoping her having to not go with Alex too, like we really see Nia getting, because she has such a different power. It's a power we haven't seen. I think it could be fun. I love having diverse powers on a team.
Yes.
You know, like
And
Flash, you often get
unique.
just speedsters a lot of times. You know, and it's like, okay, they run fast against a guy who runs fast and is fast. You know?
We beat them before. We can beat them again. It's easy.
In Arrow, you usually just have like, there's these guys that shoot stuff. There's these guys that fight with stuff. That's what you got. But on Supergirl, like, there's so many different villains that she might be facing, having different heroes that can do more than just I fly and I punch stuff. Like, it
All
might be cool.
different types of aliens that keep coming in.
You know what we need? We need Menagerie. With Snake Eye guy from The Flash.
Oh, crap.
I don't know what his name is.
Could you
imagine, like, and then they could get together while they get together.
It's a snipe or something.
You know, then you could have a menage a trois.
Cat.
Let's go to Q&As.
Un, deux, trois, cat.
Cat?
Cat.
What?
Cat.
That's the next number? What are you talking about? Is it?
Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six.
Cat? That's weird.
Menagerie cat.
Don't forget, guys, you can go to at BlindWaveProd on Twitter, tag us, and then do hashtag Supergirl Q&A, and we will talk about questions you guys had, or concerns or thoughts about the episode. Jeffrey says, is Win ever coming back?
I know, right? I miss him so much. Is he on a different TV show?
I know he left this show. I don't know why. Maybe to pursue singing somewhere, because I know he's a singer.
You're just making crap up right now.
Well, I know he left the show. So he's not planning on coming back. But he could guest appear again sometime. Especially if they do another special, like, little, singing episode.
Yeah.
You're my super friend.
With Blaine. The whole Glee cast.
Yeah.
Bring in all the Smash characters from when our Smash was running. Because that's what Win was on.
Smash. Oh, Smash. Not Smash Brothers. Edwin B. says, what was Manchester Black doing flying after Supergirl with no helmet? Because he would easily pass out or die in space. I think he was just trying to get to her before she got to space. That's why he was shooting and stuff too. Because then he doesn't get as far and get as high. So he was just trying to do something. You know what I mean? I should have used my gel. I didn't use my gel. Hair fell out. Pepsi Queen says, if Blind Wave was a superhero team, what would you call yourselves? And obviously, it can't be Blind Wave because it would eventually lead to you to y'all's identities.
Nerd Squad?
That's so dumb. You know what? I always like things, though, based on powers. Like, cool names based on powers. Like, if I was a flying guy with ice powers, I'd call myself Iceman, obviously, because Top Gun.
Iceman.
So,
your power is react. So, you guys are the reactors. Which means that you have very good reflexes.
Reactors. I was just trying to think if there's like a cool way of having that than just the reactors. I got nothing. So I guess that's our name. That would lead us back to Blind Wave 2. We can't do that. That's terrible.
Look up synonyms of reaction or something.
No, I think you're better off having like smashers. But we don't have any abilities that are strong.
You guys are Smash Brothers.
The Smash Bros. Yeah. There you go. We'll be the Smash Bros. We're brothers in smashing.
And we just get drunk all the time.
No, we don't get drunk.
Smashed.
No.
That's what the other name of the channel was going to be.
It was going to be called Smash Studios.
Yeah.
That was the idea originally. Dr. Winchester says, is Kara a U.S. citizen? Like, if the president gives her an order, does she have to do it? I don't know. I mean...
I'm going to assume she is because her father worked for the government.
The president gives me an order, do I have to do it? I don't, right? I'm just a U.S. citizen. I don't work for the government. Like, if he came to me and said, Aaron...
He would deport your butt.
I need you to do...
Or you'd serve time in jail.
Because I didn't listen to what he said?
Yeah.
This sounds lame. Don't I have freedoms? I'm gonna sue him.
You're what?
I'm gonna sue him!
Sue him. I'm going to sue him.
I'm not gonna assume. Alright, Allison, why would the president even think it's a smart idea to have a satellite that could be easily hacked by any alien, or not, as something like this could happen?
Because he thinks clear walls are a smart idea.
Hacked by anyone, alien or not. Gotcha. I don't know. What would you do if you were in charge? If you were in charge, what would you do in this situation? I would not make that satellite. I mean, wasn't there, what was it called? Operation Star Wars or something? There was something originally planned, I think, back in like the 80s, where I think they were going to put a grouping of satellites up in space, and the idea was that if a nuclear, if I said that word right, I don't know, missile was flying at the U.S., it would shoot them down. I think there was something like that. So, I mean, in theory, I mean, that's a good idea because it's, I mean, you're intending it to be used on missiles that don't carry people at all.
Yeah.
Whereas this thing is, I mean, even still, you could probably use it on like a plane or some kind of carrier or something like that.
And it could be hacked and used against yourself.
So, I don't know. I mean, that never came to be, as far as I know. I don't know. I never seen a nuclear missile flying at the U.S., so I don't know what would happen if they did it. But
and it's not a challenge. No one take them up on this.
But I mean, this is intended on shooting. They're creating this intending of shooting spacecrafts that
are coming in.
Creatures, people, aliens, something on them. So I mean,
I see the good in that, though. I mean, then the Daxamites, they never would have came to Earth. Like, their ship would have been blasted.
Okay.
Then the lead wouldn't have been leaked in there.
How is this thing set up? Because do they have to enter the atmosphere first? What if they come from the other side of the planet? Like, when you send one ship and the scout ship was shot down, you're like, okay, well, now we know that's there. Get eyes on that giant satellite laser and come from another direction and kill them on that side.
But another thing, it cost $2 billion to fund this.
Yeah.
And this was an idea that couldn't have been implemented more than a couple years ago, whenever aliens just became renowned, you know? Like it doesn't make any sense. How probably was a project that was not very well thought through, and the president pushed it. So then
the thing I hate is no one looks at like, oh hey, we have had Superman and Supergirl for how many years working to protect society. Aliens are bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's so just, well, they're bad.
I just found out my neighbor is an alien. He's bad.
I don't know. I hate it. Magnus says, have either of you seen Superman versus the Elite? If not, I'd highly recommend it as more of a modern take on what Superman or Supergirl can mean today. Is that what you've seen?
We need to rewatch it.
I haven't seen it.
It's been...
We need to rewatch it.
A long time ago. You've never met, like, Manchester Black or anything?
No, I think I've seen a picture or two of them or something like that, maybe in Q&As at some point or something. But I haven't seen him in a show.
I think it was Superman?
I didn't watch Superman. I didn't watch Batman. I watched Spider-Man. And I've seen a couple episodes of Justice League.
I've seen a lot of
And then I've seen a couple of the DC, like, movies. Like, I saw the one where... Wonder Woman, like, wraps up a dude and makes him talk about how I like to dress like Wonder Woman too in front of the White House when they're all protesting Wonder Woman. I've seen that movie. Like, I think, like, Doomsday or someone was coming through. There was mother boxes and stuff. I've seen the Flashpoint one, which is really cool. And I haven't seen Justice League Dark. I want to see that one.
You should see at least the Steppenwolf Justice League episode.
Steppenwolf.
Because it's very good. Okay. You'll see a lot of the movie from that one, but...
Jose says, do you guys think that we'll ever see the old president get her job back? I'm going to say no.
No, but I wish.
I'm wondering if they switch presidents because maybe... who was it? Linda Carter, right? Old Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Maybe she, kind of didn't want to do it anymore, maybe, so they kind of switched over. Because, you could have... for the story reasons, it's gone really well, but I feel like they could have kept her around and maybe changed up the story if they wanted to keep her, so I don't think we're going to get her back. Unless they wanted you to get someone that you don't like, and then bring her back for someone that you really like. Because we've had the president a lot more in this season. Maybe she was kind of like, well, I can't be that available to do it. Like, well, we'll switch to someone else that no one knows.
Yeah. It's true. Something much
and make people
worse.
hate him.
Yeah.
Charles says, do you think what Nia did will have any repercussions? So they talked about her looking stuff up and jumping months ahead of training. Mm-hmm. Will that cause any problems with her looking up what she was looking up?
Well, even Calax said that it was more than likely she would not cause a paradox. Because of her species, was it? Or...
The what? Her looking it up?
Mm-hmm.
He said it's not likely to be a major paradox, but there still could be repercussions.
Yeah.
So it probably wouldn't destroy space and time, but maybe it could. Maybe someone could die that shouldn't have died when they died. You know what I mean?
True. Or maybe that's why, Brainy lost his flight ring.
Yeah, maybe. Chicken Noodle Soup says, can you give me your best cover-up story as to why you have to leave all of a sudden? And if you're asking why you have to leave all of a sudden, well, it's because you have to leave to handle some superhero business or just save the day or the world.
Yeah.
So you have to leave all of a sudden. What's your excuse?
Aaron, I need to go buy menstrual pads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there won't be any second guessing there. Okay, I'm not getting those for you.
Shit, I gotta go. My cat's on fire. That's a good one.
Yeah. You hate cats. You'd be celebrating.
Well, I lit it on fire. No, I'm kidding. I do not condone lighting cats on fire. Another one could be, hey, be right back with tree line on my house.
Which is real. A raid group is like, what?
Yeah. I do not condone destroying your house with trees either. So, any other what's a good excuse to leave? I don't know. I guess you getting whatever you get.
The babysitter needs to leave.
Yeah, you could do that. Depends where you are. If you're at home, you always use work as an excuse. But if you're at work, you can always use home as an excuse. But us having kids, it probably is a little easier.
Yeah.
I gotta go. My kids need me. There's an emergency at home. There's a penny stuck in someone's nose. I don't know.
So if you had to go here to work, pipe busted. So you gotta...
Yeah, we got a leak at work. I gotta get there real quick. Bye. But you gotta be careful because it can't seem too urgent like that.
Because then
you might, I'll be right there. Hang on, I'll come help.
That's why I need to go buy pads. It's perfect because it's not like you need to come and help.
You want me to go get them for you and you can stay home? No. Oh, okay.
I need chocolate too.
I don't know. I could also be like, oh no, I have an issue. I need to go fix computers at the work. I don't know.
The transfer did not go through, so I need to.
I gotta go upload some stuff.
Re-upload it.
All right. Dip says they did an amazing job bringing all the storylines together this episode, except, of course, Russian Supergirl. I'm really looking forward to the storyline coming in as well. What object or animal would you put a distractive laser on? No sharks. What? We're gonna put a laser on an animal?
Wait. Let's talk about the first part.
I think it would be a destructive. Okay, so a destructive laser. What animal do I put a destructive laser on? What am I trying to do?
Why are we putting it on an animal?
Well, because of probably awesome powers. Laser.
Oh.
When sharks with freaking laser beams on their freaking heads. I think is how he does it.
No, don't put it on animals. Put it on babies.
Put it on an otter.
Because everyone's like, oh, it's a cute baby.
Or a ferret. Put on a ferret. I don't know. An elephant. That'd be great. Wouldn't it be great?
Yeah, huge laser.
Be sweet. All right. I heart caramel. If you were a superhero, what would be your superhero pose?
Mine is definitely Kara's, the hand on hip. Like whenever I had to be a superior part in a play, I was always a man. But anyway, my go-to was always the hands on hip and sideways cock.
Once again, I feel like it always matches. It really depends on what your powers are.
Yeah, that's true.
If I was a giant beast animal like from X-Men, right? I probably would be much more like punched and stuff, you know, or Spider-Man. You know, he's much more agile. He's not gonna stand there like this. He's gonna be like
flexible
on a wall, you know, or something really cool.
On a wall.
I don't know. If I'm Captain America with a shield, I can't really do this too well because the shield's gonna get in the way, you know?
If I was invisible,
So I
I'd
need to
just
have
be
it like this.
Whatever.
Maybe like that, you know? It really depends on the power. The pose, the powers really kind of dictate the name, the suit, and the pose.
Yeah.
Until I know what my powers are, and they metamorphosize, which I haven't yet, but I'll get them soon.
Yeah, thanks to Lena. Send it on over, Lena.
Jeffrey says, Manchester has different hair this episode. It looked like he had his purple hair.
Yeah.
I'm assuming after he got out of prison, he dyed it. Because he didn't have it in prison, did he? It wasn't purple there, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Was it purple there?
He's like, you like my new hair? That's why they did a slow panning.
Well, there you go. So it matches more of what he had in, I think, the comics and the cartoon. All right, and then 12 Cat says, that hat was bigger on the inside. Time Lord's confirmed on Earth 38.
It's a TARDIS on his head.
It's a TARDIS. I mean, it teleports him, right? He goes from here to here through time because it takes seconds to get there. So it's not instantaneous.
No.
So he's traveling through time, through space, bigger on the inside. That hat's a TARDIS. Yep. Now we need a question for the poll.
Is the hat a TARDIS?
No, that's not the question. The question's that. All right, guys. Question this week in our Q&A. We had a little discussion between Alex and Haley, where Haley didn't even know about the satellite and the happenings there, which in turn kind of really pushed Alex to kind of talk with Lena about not trusting our government. So my question, though, is about Haley. Do we think that perhaps she could also side more so with Alex and see the flaws in our government and maybe become more good? Or is she going to stick to being kind of more antagonistic towards our main heroes and stuff like that? So could she kind of join our side, or is she going to stay more so against us? Because we also have to worry about her and Supergirl, looking for the secrets of who she really is, you know. She seemed very anti-alien. But with this little, little pin, straw, could it break camel's back? Could there be more things building up on her where maybe she's not going to trust the president so much, especially when he's acting on his own and not trusting how...
Breaking protocol, which is very big against Haley.
Yeah, so go to patreon.com/blindwave. Let us know there. Do you think that she's going to stay antagonistic, or could she join our side? We haven't really talked about Haley much lately because she's kind of been around, but not super prevalent. But
or do you think that she's going to be neutral?
What's neutral?
So she's going to be unaligned with the aliens or the president, and that she's going to stand her own ground. Because I think in the future she might be the president. So replace what's currently going on.
All right, so apparently we're going to have a neutral option. But so is she going to stay antagonistic? Is she going to be joining our side, or will she just stay in the middle?
Stuck in the middle with you.
Guys, make sure you guys go to patreon.com/blindwave. You can find our polls there, as well as early access on a lot of shows, full lengths for this show, and much more. Also, check out blindwave.net, because we also have our store there with a lot of shirts, and there's hats, and I think mugs, and different things there. So,
Like and subscribe.
thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week.